Hey all, Matt Hepworth with Studio New and UAD Forums, and today I've just got a quick tip. We're going to take a Townsend Labs sphere microphone system, and we're going to record through the microphone modeling that Townsend does, and we're also going to record a completely clean dry signal as well, so we can process it after the fact, which is something that Townsend sphere system is just great for, one of the biggest benefits. So this can also apply to other types of plugins and things like that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to link our microphones 3 and 4, which are the two microphone inputs that I'm using right now. Reason we're linking those, by the way, if you don't have a Townsend Labs sphere, is it actually uses 2 channels. So we've got those linked. We're going to engage phantom power. Then we're going to bring up our level to where we start getting some level check. You can see that it's reading me right now. Come up just a little bit more. Now, normally we would go in here and we would insert the sphere right here on our channel. And then we could, of course, use our record or not record on our insert there. But we don't want to do that. What we want to do is we're going to mute this channel. And you'll notice that nothing now is going over to our main out. And that's the way we want it. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to show my auxes. You might notice that I'm using the Firewire version, which is just slightly different looking than the Thunderbolt version. And I'll show the Thunderbolt version in a different tutorial when I'm going over some unison stuff. But we're going to switch this to pre. That means that it's taking the signal regardless of the mute or fader state. So even if my fader is all the way down here, we can still see signal over here in the aux. And you're going to want to make sure that you have your send here all the way up, because if that's down, nothing's getting fed over here to your aux. So that send all the way up, and that's what feeds your aux. So the reason that we want to do that is because now we can insert the Sphere plugin over here on our aux, and we can pull up the microphone setting that we want. And we're monitoring it right now. We can see it on our main. We're not monitoring our individual dry channel, but just our wet channel right here. So now what we need to do is we need to go over into Pro Tools or whatever DAW you're using. We're going to create 2 tracks. Both are going to need to be stereo. And we're going to name them appropriately. This is our safety. And then this one is our Sphere 47, is what we'll call it, because we're using the 47 microphone. So now we're going to mute our Sphere safety copy because we don't want to hear that one at all. We're going to come in here and set up its appropriate inputs, which is our microphone's inputs 3 and 4. Then over here, we're going to select that aux. So now if I enable, check. There we go. We've got everything rolling the way we should. So if we do a record, this is the Sphere microphone comparison. Check, check, check. Okay, so we just did our Sphere. If we zoom in here, you can see these are obviously different. This one is the processed sound. You notice that it's the same on both sides because we're just using the single microphone model of a mono mic. And our original, you notice they're very different because one side's the front and one side's the back. So anyway, very quick and easy. We can hear what's going on thanks to our aux that we're using. And we can hide that so it's not in our way here. And our settings, of course, are still controlled right here as far as our actual level. But that's going to give us the ability to record our completely raw signal so that we can come in here and insert the Unison plugin right there. Or, I'm sorry, not Unison, the Townsend Labs Sphere microphone right here, and change everything after the fact. So if we don't like that 47, we can change it to any number of microphones. So the only other thing that you'll want to be aware is there's a very slight difference in the time that sound arrives when it's processed through an aux versus processed through the regular DSP. So I'm going to go into console view, and I'm going to enter an offset. The offset we want is actually 32 samples. So I did a minus 32 samples because this one's coming in late. We actually needed to play back early. So I'll do a minus 32 samples, and bam, completely compensated for them. And that compensation is not something you need to worry about during recording, just on playback, in case you're trying to do anything where you need the phase coherence. So please leave me a comment if you have any questions. And please subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Matt Hepworth. See you next time.